Hello guys, welcome to this eFootball video where I'm gonna be talking about the strategy that I use to win matches often. All right, let me just be specific or talk about days. Actually, not the best eFootball player out there. I might not even make maybe the top 10,000. But I have a strategy that I use against top players that actually gives me the opportunity sometimes to draw them or even win them. All right, and this particular feature that I'm going to talk about is there in the game, but most people don't even use it or they don't even look at it either. All right, so when we talk about the old eFootball series, that's the PES series. It was heavily dependent on a one-man show where you take a player and you run off maybe Cristiano Ronaldo, Ibrahimovic, Lionel Messi. You take them and you run off, and you can even score most of the time with them, with only them. But as the game eFootball evolved or PES evolved, it actually leaned forward more towards gameplay, which tries to mimic the real life gameplay that we have. And you know that in real life, we play strategically, the team plays strategically, where precise passes are played, are made, and players run into adequate spaces, and you just hope for the perfect opportunity to penetrate your opponent. So as these games lean towards that, it became a lot bit difficult to take one player and do what we normally did in the old PES series. So since this game is now a strategy game where you have to think how to outplay your opponent, so there are strategies that we must learn, and there are things that we must learn to be able to beat our opponents. All right, so I'm going to be talking about that feature now, which is at the top right of the eFootball screen, um, which is your attack and defense. A lot of people don't usually mind this. They actually play the game without using this. But I've found out since I've started using it that I concede less goals and score more. All right. So how do we use this? Okay. First of all, let me point to the icon there, and then I'll click on it and show you how I use it to make my game better. So as you can see, it is leaning towards attack currently. What I do actually is when I'm about to start a game, normally you accept you are starting a game that you've actually played the opponent multiple times. You've already learned the strategy of the other person. You can keep it the way you want. But if I'm starting a game that I'm not sure that, or I don't even know the opponent that I'm facing, I usually like to put this at the defense line. All right, now this will give me the opportunity to understand the gameplay of my opponent. All right, because once you put this on defense, your players are not going to be pushing forward that much. All right, they're going to still stay within your half so that you learn how your opponent plays before they penetrate. Because if you leave it at maybe attack, or if you leave it at balanced, your players are going to move upward a bit more than they would do when it is on the fence. And your opponent, if your opponent is a person that likes to play long ball and a quick counter attack, they can easily penetrate you before you even realize their gameplay. So I usually like to keep it on defense when I'm just starting a match. And when I finally read the opponent playing style, I can then move it to mid. Maybe when a ball goes out for throwing or goes out for goal kick, I can then move it to the center And if I am attacking and I want to go score a goal, I will need more players to be on the um, opposition side. So what I do is before I start a counter attack, before I even play the pass that will lead me to a counter attacking that will give me a counter attacking opportunity, I will click on it and then slide this to the right. All right, so let's test this out and see how your players react to defense and attack. So let's keep it at defense level, and I'm going to press play. And as you can see, my DMFs are not moving upfield; they are just where they are, and they actually react to the ball as where it is positioned at the moment. So since the ball is here, they can move upward to try to help. And the overlapping CB, you can see where the overlapping CB is. So this is how it is. So I'm going to take this ball back. I'm going to play to the goalkeeper so that my players can come back. So let me see if it is still on defense. Good. So I'll play to him, and I'll change this to mid and just watch how the players react. All right, this is how the players react to mid. Now let's see how the players react to attack. Now you can see my center forward is behind the goalkeeper because this is um, obviously in attack. All my players, you can see I have up to 5 players in the box now. Let me get this back to middle. As you can see, they've retracted back to collect the ball. Now we now have only 4 in the box. Now let's take this back to defense. I can see that more players will come out of the box, leaving only 3. So if I take this ball back, they will start coming back, leaving the box. So the reason why they're not fully doing this is because we don't have any opponent. So they are just free to move up and down. So if we had opponents, they will not be moving this upfield, especially when they have players there to mark. So because this is a free training, so they have the freedom to move. That's why they are here. So that is that. We'll have only 3 players in the box, and the other player that made it 4 comes and goes out. So, but if we have this taken back to attack, see that more players push forward. You can see the effects there. More players push forward, and they're all behind the goalkeeper asking for the ball. uh, so I really love to use this, and you can as well use this strategy. If you are defending, put it on defense. When the ball is in your half, just after the halfway line, put it on defense. But if you are somewhere here, you're marking somewhere here, make sure it is on balanced. If you're marking within this area, but if the ball goes to your side up to this point, you have to put it on defense to get more players to help you out on the defense. So if the ball is somewhere here and you know that you want to start attacking, you want to bring in some more players, you can then switch it to attack, and then you can have more players running for you, and you can uh, get more players there. So the mastery of the use of this defense and attack is going to help you uh, win more matches and help you not to concede too many goals in the game. So I hope this video made meaning to you. If it did, please leave a like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next one.